saa hii wale wa Kenya wako Tanzania wanatoroka wanakuja pande ya Kenya, guys. It's so sad. The government of Tanzania is targeting Kenya.
Same time, I just want to let you know that this is the first time I'm being threatened internationally now at TZ.
If you know someone who is a Kenyan living in Tanzania or went to Tanzania for a visit, make sure you get in touch with them, because right now they are the target.
This is a story about two countries. They are neighbors. They look peaceful from outside, but inside there is anger, jealousy, and now revenge.
Mwananchi yoyote ambaye amempangisha au anaishi na raia yoyote wa kigeni, hatua kali za kisheria zitachukuliwa dhidi yake.
Today we will talk about why Tanzania is now arresting, chasing, and frightening Kenyans who live or visit there. And the truth is not what the government is saying. The truth is much, much deeper. If you love this kind of content, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Now let's get to the video.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais, kwanza kwa mwaliko wako pia, na hii ni kuthibitisha kwamba Tanzania na Kenya ni ndugu.
Kenya and Tanzania are like two brothers. Tanzania is the older brother. Kenya is the younger one. Tanzania got independence first in 1961. Kenya got independence later in 1963. So Tanzania always saw itself as the bigger one, the leader, and the serious country. But something happened. Even with more land, more people, and more natural resources, Tanzania did not grow as fast as Kenya. Kenya got more ports, bigger companies, a strong economy, and more global attention. Today, 1 Kenya shillings equals to 19 Tanzanian shillings. That means the Kenyan money is much stronger.
Bana wewe, ukienda Kenya na pesa yetu huku milioni 1 Kenya. Ukifika nao Kenya si pesa. Ni barua pepe, umeishiwa.
So even though Tanzania is bigger, Kenya became richer, and that is where the silent anger started.
Tumeanza kuona mtiririko au mwenendo wa wanaharakati ndani ya region yetu hii kuanza kuvamia na kuingilia mambo yetu huku. Sasa kama kwao wameshadhibitiwa, wasije kutuharibia huku.
Kenya has a very free constitution. People can protest, speak loudly, fight back, and question leaders. In Kenya, if a government does something wrong, people go to the streets. They shout, they make noise. The police fight them, yes, but the people still speak. Tanzania is not like that. In Tanzania, you cannot speak against the president. You cannot protest. You cannot shout in the streets. The government controls TV, radio, and sometimes even the internet.
Tanzania, serikali ya taifa hilo ikirejesha huduma za mtandao japo kwa masharti. Wakazi wa Tanzania wameagizwa kutochapisha picha yoyote inayoweza kuleta taharuki miongoni mwa raia, huku kafyu iliyowekwa wakati wa uchaguzi ikianza kuondolewa kwa awamu.
So when Tanzanians see Kenyans protesting and shouting, they don't see freedom, they see chaos. Even President Samia once said that Kenyans are bad-mannered because of their finance bill protests.
Na nyinyi wasimamizi wa sera zetu nje, kutoa nafasi kwa watovu wa adabu wa nchi nyingine kuja kutovuka hapa kwetu. Hapana.
She told Tanzanians not to copy Kenyans.
Walishaharibu kwao, walishavuruga kwao. Nchi iliyobaki haijaharibika. Watu wako na usalama na amani na utulivu ni hapa kwetu.
But the truth is, she's not angry because Kenya is chaotic. She's angry because Kenya is free.
Hii ndio kadi yangu ya kura hii. Lakini wacha ikae hapa mfukoni. Sipigi kura. Kwa nini sipigi? Kwa sababu sina choice. Nimelazimishiwa sisi Mama Samia tu ndio nasikia tangazo lake.
Now, in 2025, Tanzania has held an election. People say that the election was not fair. Many Tanzanians protested. So, what did the government do? They shut down the internet. No X, no TikTok, no Facebook. Tanzanians could not speak to the world. But do you know who spoke for them? Kenyans. Kenyans still had the internet. Kenyans shared videos. Kenyans told the world that Tanzanians were being beaten, arrested, and even killed.
I'd like to use this opportunity to thank Kenyans because they have been the voice of Tanzania, because as you know, media is not working in Tanzania.
This made the Tanzanian government very, very angry because they wanted silence, but Kenya gave Tanzania a voice. Some Kenyan TikTokers and reporters even got direct threats from Tanzanian officials.
Popular TikTok journalist The News Guy has been threatened by one of Samia Suluhu's operative circles.
The Tanzanian government said Kenyans are the ones causing these protests. They are the problem.
Haikutushangaza kuona kuwa baadhi ya vijana waliokamatwa kutokana na kadhia hiyo wametoka nje ya Tanzania.
Now, the Tanzanian police and soldiers are hunting Kenyans inside Tanzania. They stop cars on the road, they force people to lie on the ground, they point guns at them, they search their bags and phones, they arrest people right inside hotels. Even Kenyans with papers are being told, you can only stay a week, we don't care about your permit. Some Kenyans were thrown into trucks, some were put in jail with no charges, and some were asked to pay bribes or be deported. This is not about security. This is not about the election. This is revenge.
Watu tuliwaona kule, walienda kunajisi mpaka bunge lao nchi gani ile? Eti alafu mtu anakuambia tukasome, kwa tukasome nini? Kipi tukasome? Sisi hatuna cha kusoma kwa Wakenya, isipokuwa Wakenya watoke kule waje wajifunze kwetu. Waje watalii kwenye nchi yetu waone. Wafundishe namna siasa inavyofanywa.
Tanzania is not really afraid of Kenyans. Tanzania is afraid of what Kenyans represent, which is freedom, a constitution that protects the people, a loud, active, educated public, a country that citizens can say no. The Tanzanian government does not want its people to see that and ask, why don't we have that too? So now the government thinks if we scare the Kenyans, we scare the idea of Kenya. But the truth is simple. You can arrest a Kenyan, you can deport a Kenyan, you can shut down the internet, but you cannot stop a free idea.
So hawa say wananitishia kwa sababu nilipost zile video za wale watu wamekufa. Watu wamechinjwa na mapolisi, DCI wa Tanzania wanawajaza kwa malori.
On the other hand, many people are wondering, why is Kenya quiet? Why is the government not fighting back? The reason is one, birds of a feather flock together. Kenya is known to collaborate with its neighbors in dealing with the opposition. Both Besigye of Uganda and Maria Sarungi of Tanzania are good examples of that. So maybe under a different president, Kenya would have spoken, but not under dictator Ruto.
Because we have no other way we can express some of these things. We know of African countries where Kenyans are being harassed in their hotels, in their businesses, in those countries, because they are being suspected to be the ones who are responsible for the unrest.
Right now, many Tanzanians are angry. They feel betrayed by election. They feel ignored by the government. They feel like prisoners in their own country.
Mama Samia anaogopa nini kubadilisha katiba mpya, tupate katiba mpya Tanzania yenye mawazo ya Watanzania tunavyotaka kuongozwa, sio tunavyotaka kutawaliwa. Katiba ikiwa na mawazo yetu sisi wananchi, ina maana sisi ndio tutawaambia viongozi jinsi wanavyopaswa kutuongoza.
But the real victims are not the politicians. The real victims are not the presidents. The real victims are normal people. Kenyans who went to Tanzania to work. Kenyans who went to start businesses. Kenyans who went to school. Kenyans who went to visit family. Some are hiding in hotel rooms. Some are sleeping in bushes. Some lost their passports. Some are locked in police cells. They are afraid to go outside. They are afraid to speak. They are afraid to even say, we are Kenyans. These are not criminals. These are just normal people.
Breaking news, Tanzania government under Samia Suluhu Hassan is doing a ruthless post-election sweep, which is targeting all the foreigners, especially East African foreigners.
So we are looking at two countries, two systems, one built on freedom, one built on control. One celebrates protest and the other one fears protest. And the question remains, should Kenyans be cowed by Samia's threats? Are we going to choose to be people who can stand and speak, or are we going to choose to be people who can stay silent? The answer will not come from presidents, it will come from us. Because freedom is not given, freedom is taken, and freedom is defended.
Samia Suluhu should not only be ashamed of bringing down the democracy in her country, but also being the symbol of disunity, corruption, rigging of elections in the East African region.
Sasa hivi, serikali ndio inaogopewa na wananchi, wakati ukweli ni kwamba mwajiri wa serikali na viongozi wake ni sisi wananchi. Tunawaajiri kwa njia ya kura, na ili kura iwe ndio chombo cha kuwaajiri nyinyi kazini, lazima sisi wananchi tupate nafasi ya kuwasikiliza wagombea wote, ili baada ya kuwasikiliza tujue tutamwajiri nani na nani tutamfuta kazi kwa njia ya kura.
Subscribe.